It's the first thing a leader does is to be able to see the big picture, to be able to see the way things are, to see the way things are going to be, both for good or for ill, and then to communicate that vision to others. One of the great skills that all leaders have is the ability to communicate. It's not always oratorical communication. It could be by written letter. It could be by memo. It could be by one-on-one conversation. It could be by addressing a large crowd. But communication skills to tell people what's going on and what's at stake, the ability to see the big picture and to inspire others to act. Abraham Lincoln, almost exactly, about 3 more weeks, almost exactly 160 years ago, November the 19th, 1863, stood for the dedication of the National Cemetery at Gettysburg and delivered in 2 minutes' time what is one of the most famous speeches in the history of humankind. His predecessor, he wasn't the only one who gave a Gettysburg address. Edward Everett spoke for over 2 hours prior to Lincoln, and Lincoln was just almost an afterthought, or so it appeared. You know, I often get asked, oh, can you just come by our meeting? We've got a guest speaker, but we want you to give greetings or just sort of be there. And so Lincoln had pinned on the back of an envelope this message that later comes to be known as the famous Gettysburg Address. And he had been encouraged by one of his cabinet members that it was important for him because the Union was politically losing the war. And so he had been encouraged by one of his cabinet members to do what he could do well, and that is to make a speech. He often gave long speeches, but he said you need to frame the issues so that it can be simply seen. And in the Gettysburg Address, that's exactly what he does. He frames it in terms of a fight for survival for the cause of democracy. 77 years ago, our forefathers brought forth upon this continent a new nation, conceived in liberty and dedicated to the proposition that all men are created equal. Now we are engaged in a great civil war to see whether that nation or any nation so conceived can long endure. It's democracy that's at stake. Then he has the beautiful middle about those who have shed their blood, and then he comes again to the conclusion, and he shapes it in famous words that basically say the same sort of thing as the introduction. He calls upon the hearers to rededicate themselves so that there will be a new birth of freedom, and that government of the people, by the people, and for the people shall not perish from the earth. That ability to see what's happening, to communicate what's happening, and to inspire others to move and to act, that's of the essence of leadership.
Hey, thanks for watching. To find out more about Houston's First, you can subscribe to our channel or you can go to houstonsfirst.org.